Cincinnati commuters received a giant Christmas gift just 2 days before Christmas 1974. The final 2.5-mile segment of I-71 through Walnut Hills opened to traffic. It cut 10 minutes driving time for suburban commuters from northeastern Hamilton County. 74 was a turbulent year with the aftermath of Watergate, a struggling economy with high inflation, and a rise in unemployment. At least 8 of President Richard Nixon's former aides were convicted and sentenced to prison. Nixon admitted his wrongdoings and resigned, the first by an American president. Gerald Ford became president and later pardoned Nixon in order to, in President Ford's words, heal our nation's wounds. Cincinnatians, as well as the rest of the country, endured long lines at gas stations as a result of an Arab oil embargo and higher oil prices, 4 times higher than the year before. Speed limits were lowered to 55 miles an hour to conserve gasoline. Carpools were encouraged. And on top of all this, unemployment in December rose to the highest in 13 years. 6 million Americans out of work, with the prospect of 1 million more in the new year. General Motors announced 1 week before Christmas layoffs of over 100,000 employees permanently or temporarily in January. It affected many at GM's Norwood plant and several other plants throughout greater Cincinnati. Even the toy industry had problems. Because of inflation, reorders fell sharply for Christmas inventory, and there was a fear that retailers could be out of toys before Christmas. But it was a good year for companies that produced plastic Christmas trees, as over 5 million were sold. 1974 marked the first time that artificial trees equaled the number of pines and spruces in American homes. The weekend before Christmas, at the Sycamore Auditorium on Cooper Road, the newly formed opera company called Act One presented 3 performances of the Christmas opera Amal and the Night Visitors. The part of Amal, the crippled boy, was played by a 13-year-old Blue Ash resident. And on Sunday, December 22nd, the audience became the chorus at Music Hall for the Christmas Carol Sanger Fest, which featured Thomas Shippers accompanying the audience on Music Hall's new organ. A Cincinnati Christmas Past, 1974.